What if I told you to stop trying to build better habits? Not because habits don't matter, but because something much deeper is blocking you from making them stick. You've tried the diets, you've downloaded the apps, you've set the alarms, made the plans, and told yourself this time would be different. And here's what nobody is telling you: the problem was never your habits. The wellness world has had it backwards. You were told that if you just find the right routine, the right program, the right level of discipline, it will finally click. So you try harder, you wake up earlier, you follow stricter plans, and when it falls apart, and it does, you blame yourself. You think, what is wrong with me? Why can't I just do this? But what if the entire conversation has been wrong? What if willpower, discipline, and motivation have nothing to do with it, and chasing them is actually keeping you stuck? Here's what I want you to hear right now. Nothing is wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not weak. You have just been trying to build a house without a foundation. And no matter how beautiful the house is, without a foundation, it will always eventually fall. We live in a world that tells you to push harder, do more, be more disciplined, wake up earlier, try a different program, follow a stricter plan. And so you do. You try harder. And sometimes it works for a while, but then it falls apart again, and the world tells you, you just didn't want it enough. But what if that's the wrong conversation entirely? What if the reason you can't stick to healthy habits has nothing to do with willpower or discipline or motivation? What if the real reason goes so much deeper than that? Think about it this way. Have you ever noticed that when you genuinely love something, a person, a passion, a dream, you show up for it naturally? You don't have to force it. You don't have to set reminders to care about it. The care just flows. Now, here's the question nobody is asking you. Do you love yourself that way? Not in an arrogant way, not in a selfish way, but in a deep, quiet, I am worthy of being taken care of kind of way. Because here's the truth: you cannot sustainably care for something you don't value. And if somewhere deep down you don't fully believe you are worth taking care of, no habit, no routine, no program in the world will ever be enough to override that. So, what does self love actually look like? Because it's not just bubble baths and positive affirmations, it goes so much deeper than that. Self love is the moment you choose rest instead of pushing through exhaustion because you know your body is speaking to you. Self love is the moment you eat something nourishing, not because you're following a diet, but because you actually want to feel good in your body. Self love is setting a boundary with someone not out of anger, but out of a quiet knowing that your peace matters. Self love is the moment you catch that voice inside your head, the one that says you're not enough, you're too much, you'll never change, and you choose not to believe it. And here is what is so remarkable: when you start practicing self love, really practicing it, your body responds, your nervous system settles, the chronic tension you've been carrying starts to soften. You sleep better. You make different choices not because you're forcing yourself, but because you actually want to. Because you've started to believe you deserve to feel good. This is not wishful thinking. This is what happens in your body when you shift from surviving to genuinely caring for yourself. The stress that has been quietly running in the background, the kind that disrupts your hormones, disturbs your sleep, and drains your energy, it begins to ease. because your body finally feels safe. And a body that feels safe can heal. A body that feels safe can thrive. Self-love is not the reward you get after you get healthy. It is the foundation that makes getting healthy possible. So I want to leave you with something to sit with today. Just one simple question to carry with you. Where in your life have you been trying to build the house without the foundation? Where have you been pushing, forcing, and demanding more of yourself when what you actually needed was to stop and simply offer yourself a little more love? You don't have to overhaul your entire life today. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to be willing to consider, even for a moment, that you are worth taking care of, that you always have been. Because when that truth finally lands, and it will, everything starts to change. And if you're wondering where to even begin, here are a few simple places to start. Speak to yourself kindly. The way you talk to yourself matters more than you know. Start noticing that inner voice, and when it gets harsh, gently redirect it. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you truly love. Rest without guilt. Giving yourself permission to rest, it's one of the most radical acts of self-love there is. Your body is not a machine. It needs stillness to restore. Nourish yourself intentionally, not perfectly, not obsessively, just with the quiet intention of, I am feeding myself because I matter. Move your body with joy, not punishment. Find something that feels good to be in your body doing, and do that. And finally, spend a few quiet moments with yourself every day, whether that is prayer, meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence. Get to know yourself. You are worth knowing. Which of these feels most like home to you right now? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear. If this video resonated with you, I created something just for you. The Self-Love Spark, a free guide to help you build this foundation. You can find it in the description below. And if this feels like home, subscribe. There is so much more to explore together. And when you're ready, there's another video here for you. Take care of yourself. You deserve it.